Hello, everybody. Welcome to the People's House. I'm Mike Berry. I'm the Secretary of the Tourism, Arts, and Heritage Cabinet, and this is always an exciting day for me for a lot of different reasons, most of which you all don't need to be bored hearing war stories about, but the Derby Festival and the Kentucky Derby and the exchange of posters is a big deal for me. And I wanted to welcome everyone here and to say we're happy to have you present for the unveiling of the 2022 Governor's Derby Celebration poster. Now we're excited not only to have you here, but to join with Governor Andy Beshear, First Lady Brittany Beshear, Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman, and of course our partners at the Kentucky Derby Festival who share our love and appreciation for horses, for the arts, and for all things Kentucky Derby. For 148 years, Kentucky has produced the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. And the Kentucky Derby is the oldest continuously held sporting event in the U.S. But the Kentucky Derby Festival is the Commonwealth's largest tourism event. And tourism is a very special thing, not only to me, but to the coffers of our state, because it is a very important multi-billion-dollar industry to Kentucky, and it generates an incredible amount of interest along with economic impact, which is something the Derby Festival knows a little bit about, generating $128 million in just that 2-week period. So to experience the Kentucky Derby Festival is to experience all things that we love about Kentucky, whether it's betting on the ponies, which I don't do very well, tasting delicious Kentucky food and maybe a few drinks like our famous hot brown, or simply coming together with family and friends. Derby Festival is a time of fellowship and community. And now, the most exciting thing, after 2 years of navigating a worldwide pandemic, Kentucky is ready to host a party like never before. That's worth clapping for. This year, to celebrate the 148th Kentucky Derby, Governor Beshear and the First Lady have selected an outstanding Kentucky artist to design the Governor's Derby Celebration poster. This annual tradition is just one of many that we here in Kentucky celebrate the excitement and thrill of Derby. The Governor has been a true advocate for the tourism industry, and that's especially true as tourism and the arts collide, especially in Kentucky and in our cabinet. From making sound economic investments in the recovery of tourism and arts in the Commonwealth to launching the Team Kentucky Gallery, which if you walk the halls of the Capitol, you'll see the work of Kentucky artists on all of these walls here in the People's House. The Governor understands the impact that arts and tourism will have on Kentucky's education, on our culture, and on the future. So sharing our love for Kentucky is what tourism and especially the Kentucky Derby is all about. And what a better way to tell the world what it means to be a Kentuckian than through the arts. Now, our governor has had a really exciting day, and I'm going to introduce him now. It started with a prayer breakfast this morning at 7:30. And it was the first time in our administration that we had been able to come together as a group. And then immediately following that, on the steps up in front of the Senate, the governor announced the second largest economic development project in Kentucky history. And then now we're here to kick off the greatest festival in the world and to celebrate the arts in Kentucky. So it is my honor and my privilege to introduce to you the 63rd Governor of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, Andy Beshear.
Thank you. All right. Thank you all. Pretty great when royalty stands for you. Folks, I want to start by echoing what a day and what a time when we really think about what it means to be coming out of COVID and how exciting what's actually in front of us, just think about today. For the first time, we got to come together all outside in a prayer breakfast and had Oscar Sheway give us a profound message. Unanimous college basketball player of the year. And then, just a couple hours ago, to announce a second giant electric vehicle battery factory, making us the undisputed electric vehicle battery production capital of the United States of America right here in Kentucky. That's a good day. And it's pretty symbolic about coming out of a dark, difficult time and where we're going. And so is this event today. So to the festival this year and everybody that is contributing to it, this is going to be the biggest one we have seen in a long time. It's going to be a celebration, not just of our traditional Kentucky Derby and what's around it, but of the fact that we get to be together again. It's almost a rebirth, a rechristening, and how we move forward. And to our Royal Court, you all are going to be the Royal Court for probably the largest Derby festival and largest Kentucky Derby in our history. So no pressure, you just got to get it right. I want to thank everybody for being here today. I want to thank Secretary Berry for his warm introduction and his leadership. As many of you know, Secretary Berry has been here before for this very event, just in a slightly different capacity. Secretary Berry led the Kentucky Derby Festival for nearly 30 years before joining us here at Team Kentucky. He was retired for about 30 days, and we brought him back immediately. He jokes he failed at retirement, and lucky for us, he did, because he and his team are working every single day to make us a world-class tourism destination. And as we're seeing coming out of COVID, people come to Kentucky to see some world-class tourism sights and sounds and experience some great things, and they are staying, contributing to our economy and becoming a part of our great future. Now that spring has arrived, bringing us our share of April showers, and COVID-19 has finally slowed down, and what an amazing time for us to be back at about 2% positivity. Attracting new visitors to Kentucky is one of our top priorities. Tourism is a major economic engine. It's why we've invested nearly $13.1 million recently into tourism marketing and funding to support economic recovery of tourism agencies. That's an investment that will impact every community from the Commonwealth, from Louisville to Covington to Corbin, all the way to Paducah and everywhere in between. Tourism is an $8.9 billion industry that brings people from all over the world, not just the United States, here into the Bluegrass State for a chance to see for themselves how special we are. If you want to know why suddenly we're succeeding, why we've had better years of economic development, why the biggest companies in the world are betting on us, it's because they're finally seeing who we are. Tourism gives the chance for so many across Kentucky, across the country and across the world, to see that very same thing. And think about how many folks come into Kentucky for the first or the second or the third time for the Kentucky Derby and what they experience while they're here. Around the world, the Kentucky Derby is known as the most exciting 2 minutes in sports. But here in Kentucky, it's more than just a race. It's our culture. You know, when you are standing against the rail at Churchill Downs or watching from home with friends and family, when you hear My Old Kentucky Home, you have a special feeling that connects us as Kentuckians, one that we share together, and people get that glimpse and a little bit of that feeling when they are here celebrating with us. It's when we come together to celebrate what makes us uniquely Kentucky and our hospitality that we show for one another. It's a time when all eyes are on us, from the fancy hats to the beautiful art to the signature mint juleps to betting on who you think is going to be the fastest horse in the race. For this special tradition you can only experience here. Derby season is when people from around the world get a glimpse into what we get to see and live and experience every single day. The First Lady and I had the privilege of selecting a Kentucky artist to showcase what the Derby means to our people. This year's artist is a former state employee. And she was selected solely for her talent, but her husband just retired as our Kentucky Emergency Management Director, getting us through ice storms and snowstorms and flooding, and recently stayed on a little longer to help us dig out and rebuild after these tornadoes, the Dossets. But today's not about you, Mike. We had 2 retirements for you. That's all we're going to have. Cassie Russell Dossett was born in Lexington, like me, raised in Louisville, and lived in eastern Kentucky for 30 years, where she lived on a small farm and owned horses. Her artwork, Race of a Lifetime, was selected for the Spring 2022 Team Kentucky Gallery here in the Capitol. It's down this hall, so you can actually see 2 pieces of her work here today. Cassie's love for Kentucky and horses shines in this year's celebration poster titled Bluegrass Dreams. The poster portrays the shining sun bright over a field of Kentucky bluegrass, with her bright chestnut foal gazing in the distance. Bluegrass Dreams is meant to honor anyone who had a dream and then took the steps to make it come true. It reminds me a lot of what we're working to do every day for folks across the Commonwealth. And when you look at it, all of us are going to see and feel the running out of darkness into brightness, the running out of COVID into a better day, running into our future where we have not one, but multiple battery plants and so many jobs of the future out there. You know, yes, our present has been dark and difficult, but our future is more bright and optimistic with more possibilities than at any time in my lifetime, and I believe any time in the history of the Commonwealth of Kentucky. In this piece of art, you're going to feel it, and you're going to see it. And it's going to show that every single Kentucky kiddo right now can have the very biggest of dreams, and guess what? They're going to be able to accomplish them right here in Kentucky without having to go anywhere else. And it also shows that we are an amazing state of people from different backgrounds, a place where people show compassion, and a place of opportunity for every Kentuckian, regardless of their race, culture, or zip code. Because our future is, as you will see in this, one of prosperity, but it has to reach everybody, every place, with absolutely nobody left out. Every day we are paving the way for our children and grandchildren to have a bright future full of opportunities right here in Kentucky. So now, I'd like to invite First Lady, well, you're here. Hi, Brittany.
Hi.
Let's give it up for an amazing First Lady, Brittany Beshear. She can throw an incredible toy drive, let me tell you. And this year's poster artist, Cassie Russell Dossett, and Matt Gibson, come on up, Matt, from the Kentucky Derby Festival to join as we unveil the 2022 Derby Celebration poster. Go on. Why don't you come around the back? Yeah. Congratulations. And that concludes our first part.
Thank you, Governor. Now, today we're excited to also...
We recognize the Lieutenant Governor here to help us do.
Yes. We are also very happy to have with us, and she will be involved at the end of the program in the photo shoot, but our Lieutenant Governor with us, Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman. Governor, good to have you. She was up this morning for the 7:30 breakfast as well, so everybody's doing double duty today. Today we're excited to have with us the 2022 Kentucky Derby Festival Royal Court. The Royal Court is made up of some very outstanding young women from across the Commonwealth. Now, this past weekend, Nancy Noe of Louisville was named by spin of the wheel the 2022 Kentucky Derby Festival Queen. Nancy? Other members of the Royal Court include Jimmy Porter of Louisville, Molly Sullivan of Campbellsville, and Haven Wolf of Butler, Kentucky. And Princess Sarah Rhodes of Louisville, well, school called, and she had to be there today. So we miss her, but we'd like to welcome you and thank you for being here. Thank you. As part of the Commonwealth's Derby tradition, each year the Governor and First Lady host this celebration with our tourism partners, the Kentucky Derby Festival, to honor Derby through the arts. And today we're honored to have Matt Gibson and his team at the Derby Festival here with us. I had the pleasure of working with Matt. I tell people he was the first person I hired at the Derby Festival. And I could not be more proud of the leadership that he has exhibited during the past 2 years. The pandemic placed a halt on worldwide events, but the Kentucky Derby Festival remained committed to connecting Kentuckians and our guests with Derby festivities, even if it couldn't be in person. So please join me in giving a warm Team Kentucky welcome to Matt Gibson, President and CEO of the Kentucky Derby Festival.
Thank you, Secretary Barry. I always say I was his best hire. And thanks to the Governor Beshear and the First Lady for having us. We're honored to be here. It's so great to be back in live space. We appreciate all you all have done to get us to this point, and it's incredible. And we have so much to celebrate this year. Just a few days ago, the Governor said 3 words we've been waiting to hear for the past couple of years in an event we had, and it's no capacity restrictions. To be back in that space, I don't know if you felt the energy on the stage that night, but we certainly did, and the crowd went wild. As a company that produces events like Thunder Over Louisville that can draw quite a crowd, those words are music to our ears, and we know everyone else's. We love getting back to what we do best, which is bringing the community together in celebration. More than that, it also means generating economic impact for Louisville and the state, which we know has been missed. The festival has an estimated impact of nearly $128 million, like Mike said. We are happy to return to that tradition too. A sign that the Derby Festival is right around the corner isn't just the rainy April or all of the grass that starts to grow, it's the unveiling of our official poster as well. This year, our poster was created by an artist known for his colorful murals around Louisville, as well as throughout the country. You've seen many of them. Louisville native Casey Jackson became an internationally recognized artist driven by his passion and dedication. He's made creative contributions to charitable organizations and public art. In 2017, he founded the Art of Casey. His love of art was inspired by his parents, and now his mission is to impact and inspire others with his art, and he definitely inspired us. He created the 40-second poster in the Derby Festival poster series that was first launched in 1981. This year's piece is called Together. As you'll see in just a moment, it showcases the Louisville skyline with Louisville shapes and vibrant colors meant to represent the diversity to those brought together throughout the entire festival. And the feeling it creates in our community is palatable. Now I'd like to ask Casey Jackson and Mike Shea, our 2022 chairman of the board, to join me up here and help unveil the poster. There you go. Very, very nice. Okay, a picture? Yeah. Can y'all stand there for a picture? Can you stand there for a picture? Great. The vibrancy and spirit of Casey's poster reflects what Derby Festival hopes to bring back to the community this spring. And we're all excited to do that, especially our chair, Mike Shea. Mike, if you could come back up here, I know we have a special presentation you'd like to make. Okay, here they are right here. They're here.
I'm the least known of the speakers today, so I'll just mention one thing, and that is that there are some people who do recognize me. As a matter of fact, when the governor walked in a little while ago, he goes, "Again?" There you go. As Matt said, it's an honor to be here. Thank you, Governor, for hosting this. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Please thank the Yeah, right, First Lady. Signs of spring are all around us, as everybody has noted. One of our favorite ways of sharing the Derby Festival each year is Pegasus Pins. The pins came in at about 1973, and there were 10,000 of them then. Now there are over 200,000 per year. And those pins have become one of the main sources of funding for the festival. They're a great way for the community to show their enthusiasm for what we're doing and for the events that they're participating in. Today we brought a limited edition Pegasus Pin for both you and the First Lady. This might be a little painful. Where is this?
Oh, it's right to the right.
Governor?
I always wondered how I look in this color.
Every day you will be offered money to sell it.
As you can see, we'd like to present the governor. Now that's fantastic. It's our absolute honor to present the governor with his very own Derby Festival jacket. Another spring rite of passage. When you see all of these jackets out there, you know it's coming. So the governor will be wearing his own jacket. We know for sure that the Derby Festival is back, and you all might see it wandering around the halls here today, here over the years. But we love seeing you in those colors.
Thank you.
Governor, I can give you some real secrets about living with a jacket like that. You have to know where all the portalets at Thunder are located. So on behalf of Team Kentucky, we want to thank everybody for joining us here today. The work of these talented artists is truly amazing, and we're honored that they were willing to share their talents and their love of Kentucky with all of us here in the Commonwealth. So for those watching at home, a little commercial, we encourage you to support the arts by purchasing your governor's celebration poster online today at tah.ky.gov and by visiting kdf.org, where you can link up and purchase your Kentucky Derby Festival poster. Now I'd like to invite Governor Beshear, Lieutenant Governor Coleman, Mike Shea, Matt Gibson, and the 2022 Royal Court up to the table for signing. And with that, I will bid you all farewell and turn you over to the cameras. And it would be a really good idea if the poster artists were up there. Casey, are you? There you go.